Hello there, Tony.
Yeah, hi Sheila.
You're a disgruntled Leave voter, I'm told.
Yeah.
What's disgruntling you?
I voted Leave and came to regret it within a few days of the referendum.
Why so quickly?
Because of the vitriol that started to come out afterwards, because of the racism and the little Englander attitude that I saw in people that was not there or never visible before, and it worried me that's the way we were going. You know, I've got my own background is my family's Irish, but I'm born and bred English. I grew up in England. I count myself as British first, English second, but it just concerned me how it was going, and it's just continued to get worse. And it's just being ramped up by a certain group of people.
And specifically, what concerned you? Did you start? Do you think, looking back, that you started to see the potential seeds of the end of the union here, let alone the European Union?
Definitely. I mean, it was grist to the SNP's mill.
Well, they don't want Brexit, though. They don't want Brexit explicitly.
They don't want Brexit, but what they want, and what they'll probably get if we do get Brexit, especially a no-deal Brexit, they probably will get their independence. And, and I wouldn't begrudge them that, but I don't want to see the union break up. Why on earth would you? This union survived for hundreds of years. It's, I'm also a former soldier. I served with Scottish soldiers, and some of the best soldiers that we've got. I can't even begin to imagine what's going to happen to this country if this union breaks up. Same in Northern Ireland. I mean, I don't want Northern Ireland to go its own way either. I don't, again, you have to leave it to the people that live in these areas. But it's a worrying prospect. It really is. But the situation we now find ourselves in is that I think that if we don't have another referendum before a general election, Brexit will just purely dominate people's way they may vote in an election if we have that first. And that really can't be allowed to happen. We need to get that question answered first. Now, from my own point of view, I'm a Labour Party member. I've always been a Labour voter. I have serious issues with Jeremy Corbyn. But it worries me when you hear Labour Party or Labour voters, previous Labour voters, talking about the Brexit Party, because the Brexit Party are even further right than this current Tory party. So you look at Farage's, some of his speeches he's done in the past about workers' rights, for instance. So that really worries me.
So you don't want to vote Corbyn, you don't want to vote Johnson, you don't want to vote Farage?
I would have to. But this is why I think a referendum is important, because we can get the Brexit. So, even if it comes out that we leave, and then at least that's done and that's out of the way, and then we can then get onto an election, because then we can actually get down to what really matters to people in this country. And surely that's things like you talked to the MP just a minute ago. There are so many big issues that are going on in this country that have a devastating effect on all sorts of people, and we need to be able to concentrate on those. And if you start an election with Brexit being dominant amongst everything, and people will just vote along those lines, and we'll just end up potentially, God, who knows what might end up? We end up with some sort of Brexit party Tory coalition. It's just the thought is just awful. Well, it's a possibility, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah.
Some of your callers that have been coming on, especially from the northeast, because they feel like me. I mean, I will vote Labour. I'm sure I will, because I couldn't put my vote anywhere else at the moment. No, but I don't want to vote Labour because I have issues with Jeremy Corbyn, very complicated issues with Jeremy Corbyn. And I think he's really let the Labour Party down since before the referendum, where he just disappeared and didn't decide, didn't campaign on one way or the other. And he's been so ineffectual since. It just beggars belief.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony. Tony in York.